So guys, Ballsy here. Sorry if you can hear the noise machine in the background. I got my son asleep, kind of asleep, but wanted to make a video today on the Warden, a class in the Elder Scrolls Online. This current clip is from the Elsweyr expansion. I dropped in a delve to check some things out. I hadn't played this game in a while, so delves are great for, just running through and smashing it. I mean, look, I'm just murdering these fools. Damage is a fun class. It's really bursty. Well, it can be a really bursty damage class. It's got some good self-sustain as well. I pretty much don't have any trouble clearing, solo content. The kind of the spec I run is dual blade and bow. I can also set up some poison on my bow and my daggers, and also run with some abilities that do damage over time. Also had abilities that do AoE damage. Kind of the rotation I run with. If I'm really trying to, I should say, if the pack is going to live long enough, I'll usually start out in bow, drop my volley, drop my caltrops, and then switch to my daggers, and then I do my AoE rotation, and it's just a lot of fun. I mean, something about Elder Scrolls that I like, for my current situation, like I just had a kid, so I can play this solo content or in an MMO. I can run with a group, but like I can find so much fulfillment. So there's volley, caltrops. Looks like I'm trying to throw some. Well, the game is glitched. Look at my bow. Where is it? And then the socks. This is fun. Boom. Just lights them up. It's like no competition. Now, this is a delve. I may be a little over geared. I'm 160. And I mean, it does scale to your level, so but speaking of scaling to your level, that's one great thing about this game, about coming back to it. If any of you guys are looking at videos, trying to figure out what class you want to play, if you want to come back in 2020, things like that, the best part about it is, unlike other MMOs, you can come back and jump right into Elsweyr. Don't have to do a bunch of grinds. The story is, in my opinion, the funnest part about this game. Now, the dungeons are great too, don't get me wrong, but all the voice acting in this game, I mean, it's just, I don't see it in any other MMOs. Final Fantasy is a great game in one regard. The story is amazing, but and they do have some cutscenes with but I mean, every scene in this game has a voice actor on the other end, and you get to make choices, and it's just feels so real and alive. You feel involved. It's immersive, and I think I'd play Elder Scrolls for years if I could manage more than one MMO at one time, but I can't. Although my kid may be waking up, but still just slaying on the Warden. The gear I have, my buddy made it for me like a year ago, and I haven't changed it. I haven't needed to change it. And one of the cool things I like, you may see come out of my shoulder and attack my enemies. That's a special piece of gear, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, it does damage too. It's not just a cosmetic look, but I just feel like such a badass. But I really could just go through these delves. There's a lot of lore in this game, and if you take your time with it, I mean, there's tons of things to read. And a lot of times, you go and click on something, you start to read it, and you're like, what the hell am I doing? But if you actually read it, it might make things a little more fun, a little more make sense. The devs and the creators just went above and beyond as far as making you feel like you're a part of it. And you can get as immersive as you want to. What's my build real quick? Take a look at that. Those are my shrouded daggers. I throw that. I can hit multiple people. Rending slashes, my damage over time ability. My favorite one next is our subterranean assault. That's my real bursty damage will come into play. Right now I've also got slotted the green lotus, which is going to heal me as I do damage, and then my cutting dive, which you'll see me kind of like go in, hit them hard, and then start backing up, and then I use that cutting dive and just finish them off. And then of course I'm running with the bear, which the ultimates you can really do whatever you want, but I like the bear. Also like my chicken, but he doesn't do anything. I got my ranged stuff. That's my damage over time. A bull netch that'll get stamina back, and then my lethal arrow. That's my big daddy snipe. And then my first two slotted abilities are volley and caltrops, just AoE abilities. And I got more. I could do more. As you can see, I could choose from other things. I've got rending slashes right now, but haven't. I got rid of flurry, but the one at the bottom there, my daggers, that one's really nice. I can just go in and just start spamming it, and it's a dagger that you throw, so you don't have to be in melee range, and it'll actually hit everyone. And so the burst damage and burst AoE damage potential on the Warden is really good. I pretty much usually just run in. So there's my dive. I'm throwing the daggers right now. It's hitting everyone. I mean, something I do in this video is I don't do like the same rotation every time. And you don't have to. I mean, that's nice. Other games, you kind of stick to your rotation. In this game, the combat is kind of situational, and you have to block, or at least you should block. It says no contest. Let's see what oh yeah, my stock. So watch this burst damage. Whoa. Man. Try to catch up there. Oh yeah, I got it. I really should be using my bow right now, but it doesn't really matter. I'm no in real danger. And watch this AoE damage. Ooh. See, I should have read that, but I didn't. Just sniping people. I've played other builds, but I always go back to the dual wield daggers and bow. 'Cause I mean, look at that. go. Give me my sky shard, baby. Volley, caltrops, and now I'm just sniping. Game glitches though. You see my dagger by my feet? It glitches a lot when I switch to my bow. I'm gonna reload UI, it'll usually fix it. I will say this, load screens are long. I've got a solid state drive, but in this game, load screens have always been long. The login time to the game has always been long, but I ride a camel, yeah. So, one thing about Elder Scrolls that I like is the world. The clutter, if you will. The NPCs are, there's a lot of them. For one, they comment on things you're doing. So if you go into town, they're talking about their own things. But then if you've done something recently, they may mention you, whether it be good or bad. And what we got here? I hope there's like a boss or something. Nope. But yeah, I've just really started the Elsweyr chapter. Fought a dragon. And I won't ruin any of the story, but so far it's pretty good. I like where they're going with it. Oh shit, there's a boss. Oh, I'm not going to be able to beat him. But I'm going to try. Holy shit. I'm getting ganked. Abandoned ship. Bail! Too late. Alright, we'll give it one more try. I just want to see if I can do any damage to this guy. I didn't use any of my healing abilities, damage reduction abilities. I don't even have them slotted really. I'm probably gonna die again. We'll see what happens. Caltrops. Do a little damage to him. Oh, and here's where the gang bang happens. Alright, Bill. Oh, you're dead. You're so dead. Oof. So yeah, that's the other thing. Some of the world bosses are tough. Like you saw, I was melting people in that delve and just getting waxed in the open world. Yeah, going back to what I was saying about the world that they created. See how it's not all flat. It doesn't look like it was, you know, made by humans, if that makes sense. Uh, they just did a really good job, in my opinion. Back to just melting faces. So, I mentioned earlier, I don't exactly have a rotation, but when I'm not thinking about it, I usually, if I'm running up to something, I will use my subterranean assault, which are the shock things, little beetles, because it takes a while, see, and now they just ran out. It's an AoE ability. The great thing about it is like I can cast it, and then I can cast other abilities while it's ticking down, about to go off. Um, so that's where a lot of their burst potential comes in. They cast it right before they approach an enemy like this, and then I drop some other AoE, and then I can throw my daggers, and you're dead. Um, there's a lot of good classes, and you can do whatever you want. I've kind of spec'd into a high burst damage. If I go into a real dungeon, I'd probably change up the build a little bit to have a little better sustain, but I'm gonna see what is going on up in here. Hello. Yeah, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, doing this kind of stuff, that's my favorite. This isn't technically a delve, but it feels like a delve, and it feels like a dungeon. And they spent, I don't know, I think they spend a lot of time and they put a lot of effort into the feel of their dungeons. You got that like light dim with torch feeling. Alright, let's roll. There's the glitch again. My dagger by my feet. Ah! My buns are roasted. I'm just can't figure out where I'm going, apparently. Happens Happens a lot, actually. Alright, subterranean assault. My daggers. Dead. Didn't see that coming. So now you got a sword and a shield, and then he just burps fire. Touche. Oh man, I'm hitting you in the back. Oh dude, that guy just came over and smacked him. I think maybe this guy's melting the faces. Come on, it's not that hard. You can do this. Guess I'm done in here. Just need to leave, probably talk to somebody, get this quest moving. Kid's waking up. Hey buddy, go back to sleep. Making a video. That's a good kid right there. Snoring again. Alright, let's kill this guy. I like these bosses. They're not hard, but they don't just like fall down. You got me and a couple other people in here though, all beating up him at the same time, so he dropped pretty quickly. Just checking out my gear. Making sure it's not broke. But yeah, I got the hunting trade set. I might change it if I I really need to so far though. I mean, if I get into raiding or anything, yeah. But this set's been really good for me so far. That's pretty much it. My kid is waking up, so I'm probably gonna end the video. I appreciate everyone watching. Once my kids get a little older, I spend a little more time with these videos, make them a little better. Right now I'm playing a couple MMOs, but Elder Scrolls right now it feels really good, and the Warden also feels great. may put together a more concise video on the Warden later. Just wanted to show some gameplay on it really and mess around, so appreciate everybody. And I guess that's it. A little later.